Good morning, teacher. Teacher, this is a 10th link या 8th link? Teacher, which link? Teacher, please reply.
I don't. I think so. Teacher is not in this meeting.
This is a 8 lecture link.
Yes, this will pass by 8th, 9th, and 10th class.
Okay, teacher.
I am not teacher.
Okay. This link for all students 8, 9, 10. Your voice is not coming properly. Please
Just
mic
mute
off.
yourself.
Deepu, please mic on.
Hi Ranjita, doctor is here with us.
Hello, yes, good afternoon. May I know with which name the doctor is with us?
It's from Nagad JM.
I think just give me a moment. I think just a couple of seconds more.
Yes. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Is this
My
Dr. Kavita
presentation
is with us?
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, ma'am. So we are going to start the program.
Yes, yes, please.
Yes.
So can I start with my
No, ma'am.
presentation?
I will start. I will start. Yeah.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ranjita Rajput from Sharp NGO, and I welcome you all to a very wonderful class today. Let me give you a brief introduction about Sharp NGO. Sharp stands for School Health Annual Report Program, working from over 21 years in the field of holistic development and healthcare of students and children. And also, it is the largest school health network in India. So today we are going to teach you something new, something very important. That is about your overall eye health care. Eyes are the one of the most important complex organ of human body because it works like a digital camera. I wanted to tell you more, but instead of it, I'm going to introduce you Dr. Kavita Kulkarni from Aradhya Netralaya, who will tell you more about it. And before we start, I have a small survey for you all. On your screen, you will see 5 questions. Please give 1 minute to this survey, and after that, we'll start the session with Dr. Kavita. Hope you all can see the questions. Please give 1 minute on this survey, and after that, we'll start with the doctor. Thank you all for giving your 1 minute on this survey. Now I welcome Dr. Kavita. Ma'am, please welcome for the session, and over to you. Please carry on.
Okay. So is my presentation visible?
Yes, ma'am. It is.
Okay. So just 1 second. Huh? Slides next. Yeah. Well, yes. Okay. So hello everyone. Let's start with today's topic, which is very important topic at today's time because of this pandemic situation. Kids are just not just doing online schools, but all their activity classes, like you are doing coding, you are doing even dance and music classes online. Plus social interaction is also through this, like digital devices are used for that also. So it is a very good thing that we have this online support during this pandemic, but it has many hazardous effect on child's eyes. So today let's discuss about that. So same thing we discussed right now, that we have to use technology in a proper way, otherwise it can affect our eyes in a little, it can have some side effects. So today I will be covering few important points. First is what is screen time and are there any limits according to the age for using screen time. Second is what are the hazards of excessive screen time. So few things we will discuss, that is digital eye strain, dry eyes, myopia, that is spectacle number, minus number, which is induced because of excessive screen use, and generalized effect of these devices on a child's body. Then few guidelines I'll share with you all how to use these digital devices in a safer way. So exactly what is screen time? So few parents feel that only school time, they count only school time as a screen time, but it is not really true. Like children watch TV in the evening, or they play some games, video games, they are watching mobile. So all these things together we have to calculate as the total screen time. So it is the total time spent in every day on using various devices by the child. So if we consider age-wise, then below 2 years, or at least 1.5 years to 2 years, screen use is not at all recommended. This is a recommended. I am not telling this. This is recommended by World Health Organization and various health organizations all over the world. Because below 2 years, the visual system as well as brain is in very like it is in the growth stage. It is in the critical period of development. And if children are exposed to a lot of such devices, then there are lots of problems. Other than visual, the child can have delayed speech problem or hyperactivity and social skills. All these can get hampered. So below 2 years, no screen time at all. Yes, few minutes video calls with relatives, grandparents, that is allowed, but continuous screen use is absolutely not allowed below 2 years of age. So the age when we can introduce screen to the child is at the age of 2 years. That too only for educational purpose, for very short periods of time and under parental supervision. So now let's go to higher age group, that is 2 to 5 years of age. Now again, World Health Organization allows screen use of maximum 1 hour for children between 2 to 5 years of age. Now I know during this time, like it is really difficult to give only 1 hour screen time, because schools are also even more than that for 2 to 5 years. So even WHO has expanded these limits, but with like few things we have to follow, like child has to go outdoor and play, then he has to take adequate sleep, his food habits, his meal times, they are to be followed. So few other precautions if we take, we can extend it little bit. But it is my personal suggestion that if you are going to give your child 1 or 1.5 hours of screen time, please see that you divide it into two. Like in the morning, suppose 40-45 minutes, then again you can give it in the evening 40-45 minutes. But see to it that it does not exceed beyond 1 or 1.5 hours, not more than that. It is not allowed actually, up to 5 years. Then, as I said, this is critical period of development for a child's brain as well as visual system, because whatever child sees in the digital media, everything is soaked up. It has strong impact on the developing visual system as well as brain. So we have to be very cautious if the child is below 5 years of age. Then for older, like little, we can say above 6 years, 6 to 10 years or above that, there are no as such screen limit cutoffs given by WHO or any other guidelines are not there. But we have to place some consistent limits on the screen use for children. As I said, there should be a gap of 1.5 hours between the, suppose if child uses screen for say 1.5 hours, then there should be a significant gap of at least 1 hour, and then again child can use it. And in this age group also, it's better not to exceed beyond 3 to 4 hours of time per day if the child is 3 to 10 years of age. Then screen time, like many other activities we have to focus along with the screen time. Like if the screen time is replacing child's sleep, or if the sleep is getting disturbed, or studying is affected, or eating timings are not followed just because of the screen time, then we can call it as excessive screen time, and this thing should not happen. Like we have to give the child balanced diet, we have to follow his sleep timings. He should not watch screen at least 2 hours before his sleeping time. So outdoor activity, family time, this is all very important. Of course, following all COVID safety precautions, but we have to focus that child is doing all these things. Now, as I said, considering this pandemic situation, these timings which were recommended early, they are a little bit expanded, but still our main focus should be on outdoor activities and balanced diet. If we take good care of child's diet and outdoor activity, and if we balance all these things properly, then most probably the screen time will be little safer for the child. Then let's go one by one. The first thing is digital eye strain, or what we call as computer vision syndrome. Second is dryness of eyes. Third is progression of myopia. Myopia is short-sightedness, that is child getting minus number, and overall ill effect on child's health. So all these things I'll consider one by one and I'll explain. So first thing is digital eye strain. So this is a group of problems we can call, which are related to prolonged use of any type of digital screen. And more the duration of use of digital devices, more is the discomfort. So basically duration is very important. The symptoms, as all of you know, it can be eye pain or inability to look at screen, especially as the day advances, we are not able to look at the screen, intolerance to screen, headache, then blurred vision, dry, gritty sensation. Some children even develop redness and slight watering, then neck and shoulder pain, because continuously if the child is sitting in one position, then the neck muscles, they also develop spasm along with eye muscles. So neck and shoulder pain also comes under this. Then
Ma'am,
causes
Dr.
of,
Kavita,
yes,
sorry to interrupt
yeah,
you.
yes.
Ma'am, your voice is getting little low with the
Low.
slides. So
Oh,
I
sorry.
want you to be
Sorry.
little loud now, because students are not getting you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Carry on, please.
Is it very low? I have
No,
this.
no.
My
When you change the slide now, it gets
only
slow.
that time.
And after
Okay.
that, it gets increased. So please
Okay.
be loud during that
Please
time.
tell me in case I am not audible, you can tell me. Okay.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Please carry on.
Yes. So what are the causes of eye strain? Why this digital eye strain develops? One, that we know that excessive use of all the digital devices. Second is poor lighting. If the child is watching any screen in a dark room, then it causes eye strain. Second is glare on the digital screen. That means suppose the child is sitting in a room where there is good light, but actual sunlight is coming on the screen, or LED light, there is a glare on the screen, then it induces eye strain. Then improper viewing distances, like screen there should be sufficient distance between child's eyes and the digital device. Like if he is holding mobile in hand and watching it very closely, then it induces eye strain. Then uncorrected vision problems, like if child has spectacle number, which child is not using, then it is important factor in causing eye strain. Then sitting posture. Ideally, I advise children to use proper table and chair to sit and attend their classes. If they're just sleeping or sleeping in a sofa and they are watching something, even watching TV in sleeping position, it is not a good thing because it builds eye strain very fast. So eye strain is basically combination of all these factors, like how child sits, how much is the room light, how much is the distance between the digital device and child's eyes. So all these factors play a very important role in the amount of eye strain that is caused. Now, how to reduce this strain? So now, as we know the causes, it is very easy to know the solution. So the child has to maintain correct posture while using screen. Like ideal is using table and chair where the child's spine is erect with complete resting of the legs on the floor, or child can get some support. There should be good cushion, and sleeping position is absolutely not allowed while using any digital device. Now coming to the room light should be very good. Light should fall on the screen, not on child's eyes. And light should be good, but there should not be bright sunlight directly focusing on any screen or any LED light glare over the screen. That is not a good idea. Okay, and using it in dark is absolutely not allowed. Then we have to adjust the contrast of the screen that suits and matches with the surrounding room light. Like it's not true that keeping the screen light very low is good for eyes. It is not so. The screen light should match with the surrounding light. Then anti-glare screens for computers, they are useful. Or if kids have glasses, they can incorporate ARC coating, that is anti-reflective coating, which reduces the reflections that come from the screen surface. Then screen should be at the same level or slightly below the child's eye. It should not be above the level of child's eye. So this is the position of screen, about lights, about like how the child should sit. So all these things are very important. Then there are some eye-related things, like if a child has spectacle number, it is very important to wear glasses while using screen, because uncorrected refractive errors, they cause a lot of muscle strain, and then digital eye strain is a result of that only. If if parents suspect that the child is not able to see, or child is going very close to the screen, or child is making eyes very small while watching, or going very close to the TV screens, then all these factors indicate that child may have a small number. So it is always better to get it checked. Then blink rate, actually blinking comes under dryness. It is more linked to dryness. Blink rate, what happens if a child is continuously staring at the screen, then the blink rate, which is normal blink rate, it goes down. And so the tear film over the eye evaporates very fast. So child has to maintain his blink rate. All these things apply to the adults also who are using screen for long time. So blink rate is very important. Then drinking a lot of water, that is also important to avoid dryness. We will cover this again in dryness part. So now this is very important point. Like whenever we are watching at a near target, suppose if it is a screen and child is using it for long hours, say 1 hour, 2 hours, then the eye muscles, they get fatigue, and these fatigue of the eye muscles builds it gives lots of problems like eye pain, headache, or child feels very fatigued and may develop little squinting also if the child is watching screen for long time. So it is ideal to give a break of say 4 to 5 seconds. Suppose child is watching screen for 30 minutes, then child has to see some object as far as he can see. If there is window or something, ask the child to see something at a far distance. Suppose there is some trees or something for few seconds. It will relax the eye muscles, and whatever spasm or the eye pain, the fatigue has built in the eye muscles, that will relax. So giving small breaks and watching some object which is at a far distance, it is very important to relieve this eye strain part. Then dryness, coming to the second problem, that is dryness. So what is dryness? It is actually the change in the quality or quantity of the tear film that normally lubricates the eye surface. Quantity can also be less and quality can also get hampered if there are many reasons. One of the most common reason is digital devices. So basically one more factor, like if there is very dry weather, or if the child is sitting directly under the fan, or if blower of a AC is directly hitting child's eye, then that is not a good place to sit because it evaporates child's tear film completely. So better to choose a place where there is no direct blower or fan is not directly over the head of the child, just to keep the tear film intact. Now, treatment, it is in the form of lubricating drops. Usually when we see the child in clinic and we find that there is dryness, usually we always advise good diet and everything, that is very important, but lubricating drops are very helpful wherever there is severe dryness. So coming to the third thing, that is myopia or short-sightedness. Now, what happens when a child is using screen for a long time? As I said, the muscles of the eye, they become fatigued. And because of that, there is progression towards the minus number. Okay, so there is no as such exact theory which proves that digital devices cause myopia. No theory like that. But we have seen that those who have number or who have small minus number, they progress very fast if they are using screen and not using that number. So it is better to do regular eye checkup even if your child has very small number, because there can be very fast progression of myopia. And nowadays kids are not like outdoor activities also less, plus they are using screen. So these two factors, this is definitely proven that if the outdoor activity is less and child is doing near work for long time with wrong number, wrong or undercorrected numbers, then the myopia or the minus number can progress very fast. So it is very important. These days, like we see children on everyday basis, like because of COVID, they did not come for checkup maybe one year or 2 year. And when they come, their number is directly double or their vision is very less. So I'll just request the parents, like if you have not done eye checkup for your child for a long time, please go, and wherever you want to do, you go and get it checked, because that is very important. Now, this is one proven thing, like outdoor activity definitely helps in reducing myopia, at least the progression of myopia. So outdoor activity with COVID precautions, it is very important to at least one hour daily outdoor activity is recommended to avoid progression of myopia. Now, as I said, many parents, like it is correct also, they are worried because of this COVID situation, and they are just doing, like, I'm doing online consultations every day, and parents are saying like child is having red eyes or child is squeezing his eyes while watching. But see, online consultations have a lot of limitations. It is very difficult to see, check child's vision if the child has number. So like, at least at Aradhya Netralaya, we are following all the COVID precautions, and if needed, please bring your child, because it can really cause lot of eye strain to the child during these online classes. So now the generalized impact of these digital devices. One is behavioral disorder, like child becomes angry very fast. There is lack of patience. Then ADHD, that is attention deficit disorders, hyperactivity, poor focus. It is all proven things. Like if child is using digital devices in very early age of, like, say below 5 years for long time, excessive time, then all these things get affected. Then sleep disturbances, child is not able to sleep properly, in between, like lots of dreams, like lots of sleep disturbances come if the child is using digital devices for a long time, because they act as a neuronal stimulant for the child. Then obesity, this is also one growing problem these days in children. Then impaired social interaction and speech, like many children, they just don't want to interact, they just want to see the screen, and so social interaction is also affected. So just to summarize, like few simple tips that just to avoid the, or to limit the screen uses, better to set some boundaries on screen usage. So some discipline strategies by parents may help, setting some rules. Like when parents come to me in OPD and they say like our screen time is very high and he or she is not listening at all. So what I tell them, that you maintain one diary or chart where you just note down how much is this, that the child write down, okay, how much is my screen time in the morning, suppose 1 hour, in the evening 1 hour. Let them calculate, so that when they write down on a paper, they understand how much screen they are watching. And even we also have good monitoring over the screen time. Plus, play time is also to be noted on the chart. Like scheduled and dedicated play time for children is very important. Then before bed, it is at least 2 hours before the child sleeps. Screen should be avoided completely. So little discipline strategies and rules, making charts, that definitely helps. So one more thing, like you can keep the devices little hard to reach the children. It should not be immediately accessible to the children. If they get bored, immediately they go and grab some device. So that should not happen. And this I already said, that maintaining a diary or a chart where child will write down his screen time, also what healthy foods he or she is eating, and whether he has done his play time, whether he has like outdoor activities are done or not. So in a single chart, if the child goes on maintaining this, then we can, like few kids are literally maintaining this and bringing it to me and showing me. So this trick is working well. So like digital eye strain, we covered I think everything. Now there are many other eye problems also. So I just want to request the parent, if you have any problem, if you feel there is any problem watering, then there can be allergy, which is very common in this climate particularly. So if you find any problem, please consult, because right now children are doing online things and eyes are very important. And please feel free, if you want to visit me or any of the eye specialists, that's fine, but just don't neglect any of the eye problems. So okay, I think, thank you for patient listening. If you have any queries, please feel free to ask.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving the wonderful insight for the eye care in this scenario. So now we are entering in the question answer round, and I request all the students, teachers and parents, whatever the question they have related to their eyes, please write down in the chat box one by one. I'll read it out and Dr. Kavita will give the answer. So I request all the students to kindly please write their questions. First come, first will get the answer. Yeah, ma'am, the first question is, that what is the benefit, what is the good diet for a vegetarian person for keeping the eyes healthy? Vegetarian, for asking for the vegetarian only.
Okay, okay. See, basically all the fruits and vegetables, they are rich in whatever is needed for eye. So vitamin A, yes, we say vitamin A is a vitamin related to eye, but vitamin A overdosage should not be done because it can cause toxicity also. So like don't supplement your child with too much vitamin A rich foods, like daily giving papaya, carrot. This is not to be done. In small doses, all the fruits and vegetables, and with more emphasis on vitamin A rich foods like carrots, papaya, drumsticks, and spinach. So this you can give. Even yes, drumsticks is also a very good option. So this is sufficient. Like if the child is eating vegetables and all the fruits in good amount, no extra supplements or anything extra is needed. Second is omega-3 fatty acid, which is also very important in dry eye part. So vegetable sources are flax seeds and walnuts. They are rich in omega-3. Okay.
And then the another question is, what we do if there are too much? Just a second, ma'am.
Yes.
Just a second. The question got. Yeah. What we do if there are too much work on screen for teenagers?
What? I did not get the question.
Yeah, ma'am. What we do if there are too much work on screen for teenagers?
Okay. So basically teenagers, like we consider their eyes as full grown adult eyes. So there are no cutoffs, as I said, but the screen time should be nicely balanced with all good habits. Like the screen time should have adequate gaps. Then a child should have very good diet, like eating junk food, not doing outdoor activities. Like this should not happen. It's okay if they want to do their studies. Like I know lots of things are going on for them only on screen. So screen time is definitely high, but we have to balance it with all good things. Like balanced diet is very important. Adequate sleep is very important. Then daily at least 1 hour outdoor activity is important. So all these are protective factors. So on one side, we are exposing child to little like side effects related to screen, but on other side, we are supplementing all good things. So we expect that somewhere it will get balanced and there will be no side effect. Okay, plus like all the instructions that I just shared, like how to use the screen, how the child should sit, then how much should be the light, all these things should be followed. And it should be restricted only for educational thing. Like many a times, like child is viewing some like cartoons or some recreational things. So that should not happen. At least when there is school, on that day, it should be only school work. If it is holiday, they can take little extra time for their like recreational cartoons and whatever they want to see. So there should be good balance actually. Now we are going through such a situation that we cannot say, okay, you stop your screen time. That is also not practically possible. But parents have to give adequate attention on what the child is eating, whether child is doing rest of the things like family time, whether he's interacting with friends, outdoor activity. If we keep a very good balance of all these things, then there should not be a problem. This is what I feel.
And ma'am, what are the small exercise for the keeping eyes healthy? Because the students are asking, they sit for an online lecture for 3 to 4 hours. So in between, they cannot stand and go outside. So is there any exercise when sitting in front of the screen and we can do something? So we'll be having some eyes, we will be having healthy eyes. So are there any kind of exercise?
Yes. It is not actually exercise, but as I said, watching something at a far distance. So after 30-40 minutes, ideally they should see something at a far distance that will relax the eye muscles and the eye muscles won't go into spasm. So that is very simple thing that everybody can do just even in while doing their classes also. And ideally I'll suggest a little bit gap is very important. Like continuous 4-hour screen is really not good. If there can be a gap of at least 30 minutes, say it's 1.5 hours, then a gap of 30 minutes, and again they are continuing. That will be ideal actually.
Okay. And then one of the question from the student side is, ma'am, that the girl is having a plus number, and when she removes it, she gets eye pain. So what is the reason behind it? Because ma'am, whole the day, it's not possible for me and for you to wear the glass 24/7. Sometimes we put the glasses out somewhere else also for keeping our eyes healthy.
No, see, for children below 15 years, whatever may be the number, plus, minus, cylinder, sphere, whatever it may be, it is important to use it all the time. It is not like it's near number, it is just nothing like that for children. Child has to use it all the time, while using screen also, while playing also, while watching TV also. It has to be used all the time. There is no option. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, another question is why eyes become red sometimes when we come from outside the home?
See, when we go outside, our eyes, the surface of the eye is very sensitive, and it gets exposed to lot of allergens, lot of like there can be dust, there can be pollution, many things, and that causes lot of allergy. Now, right now, this is a season of allergy. When there is very dry, dusty climate, the allergy patients, number of allergy patients always increase. So this is allergy part. So those who are very allergy, redness of eyes, itching, then it is better to use closed goggles whenever they are going outside. It may not be it is just zero power closed goggle that will avoid exposure of outside allergens with the surface of the eye. Okay, so that little redness comes because of allergy to outer things.
And ma'am, students are asking frequently in a day how many times we can wash our eyes and which water is good for washing our eyes, like cold water, warm water, which type of water, and how many times we can wash our eyes to keeping it hygiene and safe like healthy.
Okay. So washing eyes is absolutely not needed. Like if you want to, you can splash water over the eye just to get cooling, soothing sensation, but that is over closed eyes. On open eyes, it is not necessary to wash it because the tap water, like whatever water we get, it is not sterile water. It is full of germs. There can be fungus. There can be a lot of chemicals. So it is not at all advised to wash your eyes. Our tear, the flow of the tears, it is washing our eye surface. We have to just clean it from inner and outer side. Nobody should wash their eyes directly. Like even if we get a patient of chemical injuries or something went inside the eye accidentally, then also we tell the patient wash it with AquaGuard water. Don't use tap water. So it is not at all advised to wash your eyes. It is not needed. Okay, just you can splash cold water over closed eyes. That is fine.
And ma'am, the another question is some of the myths are there, like putting gulab gel or putting some oil or eating some shahad, honey. So putting some like this, now it will make eyes good and big, and we'll put some kajal. So it will be the small kids, the newborn baby should have kajal in the eyes, and they will be having the big eyes in the later age. So is it true or is it false?
Absolutely not true, because how much will it be the shape of the eye, how much will be the curvature, how much will be the length, it is all pre-decided genetically. So outer things do not have any effect on all these factors. Like how much IQ the child will have, it is already pre-decided. Or how much height the child will have, that is also pre-decided. Same way, how much the eye will grow, whether the child will get high spectacle number, that is also pre-decided. All these outer factors have little bit impact, but major is genetically fixed. So all these factors like putting kajal will have big eyes, nothing like that. That is not going to happen. Okay.
Okay, and ma'am, another question is, ma'am, the girl is having dark circles and her parents is saying that this happened just because of watching screen too much. So is it true or false?
Any kind of eye strain can give little like over pigmentation, hyperpigmentation around the eye, any kind of stress. But the main cause is if the child is rubbing the eye frequently, then the skin below the eye is very delicate. So if the child is rubbing it constantly, that skin changes color. So main cause of black circles in a child is frequent rubbing of the eye. So if the child is rubbing, it is better to consult doctor and see why the child is rubbing. If the child has spectacle number, or if child has a allergy problem, why child is rubbing, that is important. Okay. Or even sun tanning, that is also possible. If the child is playing a lot of time in the bright sun, then it can cause tanning also. But no other cause. Like these are only 2-3 causes of black circles in a child. Okay. Yeah, and one more, nutritional deficiencies can also cause black circles. If the child is not eating balanced food, or sleep is disturbed because of some problem. So overall health related things can also cause black circles.
Okay. And ma'am, how many hours, just a second, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, how many hours should be minimum for a good sleep for eyes? How many hours of sleep is good for eyes?
It depends on the age of the child. Like very young children, say below 5 to 6 years of age, minimum 10 hours of sleep is necessary. As they grow older, it is up to 8 hours. It is okay. 8 to 10 hours we can call. In general, 8 to 10 hours for school going children.
And ma'am, can spectacles can be cut completely, like minus number can be removed completely for the age of 8 to 10th class students?
Removed means
Remove means they don't want, they just want to remove the spectacles, like their number should be set and there is no need to wear the spectacles.
No, if a number is prescribed by ophthalmologist, that means it is needed. If the vision is less, then only spectacles will be prescribed. Na? So if it is prescribed by you with proper testing, if ophthalmologist has suggested you to use, then you have to use it all the time. Okay, there is no question of removing glasses because it is for correcting the vision. If you don't like glasses, there are many options, but they are not at this age. I guess all are children below 15 in this group. So it is after 18, we have many options. We can do laser vision correction to remove the glasses, or after 15, we can give contact lenses if they don't want to wear glasses. But till that time, they have to use glasses. There is no option. Okay, all the time, constant use. Only while sleeping and taking bath, they can remove glasses. Rest all the time they have to wear.
So thank you, Dr. Kavita. It was really a wonderful session with you. The explanation of PPT was wonderful, and your insight was very wonderful. Your years of experience you have shared with us. Thank you, ma'am, once again. And I want to give you thanks from Sharp NGO, from Alagan, and from the school principal and teachers and students. Thank you once again. And before ending the session, I have a small survey for you all. And I request you all to please give 1 minute to this. After that, we can end the session. Just a second. Yeah. I request all of you to please give 1 minute to this survey, and after that we can end. And the PPT was really wonderful, Dr. Kavita. Thank you so much. Because all the students, so kindly please give 1 minute on the survey. Request all the students to please fill up the survey showing on the screen. Request all the students to please fill up the survey. Thank you, students, for filling up the survey. Yeah. Thank you once again, Dr. Kavita. Thank you, Dr. Kavita, for the wonderful session. Have a nice day. Yeah, have a nice evening to all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
करूँ मैं?